Okay, hello everyone and welcome back to Dark Souls 3. Here we are back in the cathedral with Aldrich. I guess he's still on the floor, but I'm pretty sure he's dead at this point. We have a couple of item descriptions to read. This one is the same as before, back in Dark Souls 1. They're just arrows that inflict magic damage. Pretty good, nothing I would use. Not on this playthrough at least. Okay, first things first. We have the Soul of Aldrich, which is unique as you can see. When Aldrich ruminated on the fading of the fire, it inspired visions of a coming age of the deep sea. He knew the path would be arduous, but he had no fear. He would devour the gods himself. It's really interesting, the mentioning of the sea, because in Bloodborne, the sea is a pretty significant thing. It is where, I'm not saying that these two games have any relations, but just in terms of themes, because the sea in Bloodborne is the home of curses. Next up, we have to read his Cinder. Aldrich became a lord by devouring men, but was disillusioned with his throne and so took to devouring gods instead. Kind of what we heard from Crestfallen. I think Hawkwood is his name, in that Aldrich became a lord not because he was noble or anything, but just because he was straight up powerful. And we have the Sun Princess ring. Gradually restores HP. That might actually not be bad. Associated with Guinevere, Princess of Sunlight and eldest daughter of Gwyn, the First Lord. Vaguely warm like a beam of sunlight, and gradually restores HP. Guinevere left her home with great many other deities and became a wife and mother, raising several heavenly children. That's actually interesting. That is really interesting. Wonder if we'll ever meet some of these children. Maybe in Lothric Castle? Because Emma did say that Prince Lothric is in our hands, and that's the final lord. So it could be that he is a child of Guinevere, maybe? I'll look into whether the Sun Ring is actually useful. Probably not. I think most of the time FromSoft, with any of these rings that increase your life or restore it and things like that, it's kind of like they don't want to make them too powerful, so they just make them pretty much useless. And at least that's the thing with the life ring and things like that. Like, not even worth going for. Do I have any consumables? No, but we need to check out what we can make from Aldrich's soul. If I had to guess, it would have to do with Gwendolyn's stuff. Okay, we have Life Fund Scythe. Interesting. Wait, what is... It's a spell. I was like, what the hell? Steals HP of foes using an illusory scythe. Miracle of Aldrich, Devourer of Gods. Aldrich dreamt as he slowly devoured the god of the dark moon. Okay. In this dream, he perceived the form of a young, pale girl in hiding. Interesting that this pretty much confirms that Gwendolyn was aware of Priscilla's existence. But it's interesting, that must have not been a good death for Gwendolyn. So apparently he survived the events of Dark Souls 1. We didn't really manage to kill him. So I guess we finished him off now, but he was already being devoured by Aldrich. What else do we have? Dark Moon Longbow. Alright. Longbow of Dark Moon Gwendolyn, who was gradually devoured by Aldrich. This golden bow is imbued with powerful magic and is most impressive with moonlight arrows. Interesting. Yeah, I think we pretty much helped Gwendolyn, didn't we? Because I assume being eaten by Aldrich is kind of like being consumed by a sarlacc, and that it's probably not a very pleasant thing. But yeah, both of those things are spells. I didn't actually check if the Life Hunt was a miracle or a sorcery. I guess it doesn't matter. Alright, let's head back to... I think it's this bonfire that's the closest. We're gonna see where Emma leads to. I'm assuming up to Lothric Castle. She's gonna open the way. Interesting lore on Aldrich, honestly. So yeah, he really was just like that huge giant blob, just like devouring gods. It doesn't sound like a pleasant death again. So I think we pretty much did the right thing by finishing him off. Also finishing Gwendolyn off. I just wonder how many gods he managed to devour before we got to him. That was an oddly long load time. It almost seems like this. It's almost nighttime, isn't it? Because the sky is darker, isn't it? Looks a bit like it. So yeah, let's just have a look out here. That's where we were. I think that's Irithyll and Anor Londo as well. Because that's the place we could see from well, it's kind of like behind us. And there is the area I keep seeing that I don't know how to get to. Maybe we're gonna get to it. It's gonna be kind of like the Dragon Eyrie, and we're gonna be transported to it. But it's really interesting how the sky is darkening. Kind of like Bloodborne, you know, how it gradually turned nighttime in Bloodborne. These guys are not gonna stand much of it. Hey, I actually got a parry. And the initial hit kills him. Yeah, you guys, I don't think you stand much of a chance. Strangely, he's like able to block quite a bit. But yeah, you guys are kind of... Oh, what about that thing that I collected way back, that key? It's supposed to lead to a Dark Wraith. Wonder where that could be useful. I don't remember any places that I haven't really explored. Or I don't remember where the locked doors are here. Huh. Just thinking about it. I should not have taken damage from these guys. That was really stupid of me. Just like unnecessary damage. Whatever. Let's move on. Alright. She looks like she's dying though. That's the thing. Alright, Emma.
Prince Lothric is in your hands. Please save his soul. Tell him what he must be, a lord.
Basin of Vows. What the hell? Got souls from her. Place a basin and a statue of a beheading knight. Chalice used in old ceremony in which Lothric knights take their vows. It is only a formality now, but it remains as an empty practice. Place this basin... this statue? Looks like it. Oh, don't tell me this is a boss. It's a boss. The one reborn. Very similar entrance. Oh shit. Oh shit, this is not good. Who the hell is this? Dancer of the Boreal Valley. Oh, this is the beta boss, isn't it? I was gonna wonder. I was like, did they cut that beta boss? But no, they didn't. I kind of had a feeling they wouldn't. I can't block. Even though I don't have the fire shield on. She doesn't seem that strong. Oh shit, that's gonna... yeah, that's... She has that fire circle. Oh, that's gonna get me. She deals a lot of damage though. And she's gonna have some bitch of a second phase, I can already tell. Like 95% of the bosses so far have had second phases. Oh, I missed. Okay, flame attack, AoE. I didn't even come in here with full Estus because I thought it was just gonna be unlocking the next area. She's... oh. She's really similar to, what's her name? Kieran, with the sword. It looks like the Gold Tracer. Also Pontiff Sullivan. Which I guess kind of makes sense because... oh, that was a grab. Thank fuck I missed. I managed to avoid that. Again, I'm dealing good damage to her. Probably the pickaxe would wreck her. Oh shit. Yep. Okay. We are fucked, aren't we? Don't know what that was, but I somehow managed to avoid it. Okay. Yeah, I knew she would have a second phase. Okay, cool. Well, that's gonna get pretty crazy. She is a lot slower on these attacks than you would expect. That's what got me. Because it's like, you'd expect her to swing and then she delay. It's pretty much the opposite of Pontiff Sullivan, who was like constantly hitting me and I was dodging too late. Here I'm dodging too early. But I think we're gonna... That weapon actually didn't do too badly. We can safely remove our arrows, I think. But I have a feeling that this is what we're gonna... Do I even have the right shield? I probably want the fire one, honestly. At least one of her swords seemed to be fire-based. Again, kind of like... Oh, fuck you. Do I have the ring? Okay, well that's not gonna be good. Whatever, we'll go in even at this stage, at this HP. See, even when I first got here, I was like, this... Oh, come on. Fuck. Really shouldn't take any like HP damage coming in here. Still don't know if it's better to lock on or not. Oh fuck. Already failing. Okay, let's see how much damage this deals. 221, and what did... The other weapon did like 219, so... I guess the difference is not that great. Maybe that's gonna be better because it has more range. Oh, come on. Still don't know if this... Wow. Well, that was a one-shot. So that grab just like... Maybe not one-shots you straight away, but that dealt a lot of damage. I think I'm gonna use my Pontiff Sword. Because the pickaxe deals a little bit more damage, but it doesn't have that much range. I was doing better, I think, with the sword. Maybe if I apply the buff, which there is no really good spot to apply it at. Constantly being attacked by these enemies. But we should be able to do well. Again, I didn't expect a boss. Maybe if I'm gonna take a few more attempts. You gotta be fucking shitting me. I can't get hit by these. What if I go this way though? No, that's not gonna help. I swear. This is gonna be the theme for this fight. Me taking damage every time I go in here. 195. You can't block her though. That's for sure. Oh shit. That actually you can circle strafe it. Yeah, this is a lot better. This weapon. Just don't want to back her into a corner because that's never good. 36 souls. I guess I forgot to pick up my body, which I didn't even know I forgot to pick up. Actually deals a lot of damage. Ugh. Damn. Holy shit, she does so much damage. She doesn't have a lot of HP. I guess this is kind of the theme for these bosses. At least it seems to be. They deal a shit ton of damage, but don't actually have a lot of HP. At least that was the case with the Abyss Knights. Or the Abyss... Was it the Abyss? The Undead Legion, I'm just gonna say. Pontiff Sullivan too. He didn't have a lot of HP, but he hit like a truck. I think I can safely remove my shield. It's not gonna help because she does too much stamina damage. Even though I can block most of the like damage itself, still. Luckily this sword has pretty insane range, so they're going for us. Can I get in here without taking damage? Nice. Well done me. That was the biggest achievement so far today. So you just gotta get good at dodging her. Just gotta get good in general. That is a cool looking attack. Dodging too late. I'm still getting caught because... Again, there's a lot more wind up on these than you would think. Cool music though, from what I'm hearing. Again, it's kind of a shame I have to turn my TV down, but otherwise it would be pretty unbearable. Yeah, this phase I think I'll be able to manage. It's phase number 2 where things get a little more hectic. She just goes fucking insane. Well, unless she gets me now. Yeah, which she did. And then she switches. Pulls out that Dark Tracer. And that's where things get a little insane. We'll give it, I'm 15 minutes in, and we'll give it one more try. And then there's only one locked door I can think of that I seem to remember, and it was around where Grey Rat was, I think. I seem to remember a locked door. Although I don't know if that's just like something that was part of the environment, because I don't think I interact with... And then of course there's the place with the dragon. But I remember Epic Name Bro going there. And there was just like an axe, a deep axe, I think, right there. So I don't think that's where we need to use the key. But... yeah, the only other door I can think of is... oh, fuck you. Damn it. It's really annoying. She's so passive in this phase too. 2 grabs. Oh no, she has fist attack. Do I not have the sword? Oh fuck, I have the Leo ring equipped. That's why I was like, am I not getting the bonus from the sword ring? I don't have it equipped. Cause, yeah, okay. Still used to the pickaxe. Maybe locking on is not a good idea, because those attacks seem to screw up the camera. Damn. Maybe I need to do the thing I plan to do with Pontiff as well. Where just like come in here and try to learn her attacks. I didn't have to do it with the Pontiff because it actually... I leveled up enough after going to the dungeon. Maybe the other thing I should do is shut up, because I'm distracting myself. This is a really difficult boss. There's a ton of damage. Quick attacks. It actually takes quite a bit of HP too when I hit her. Did I not manage to do that? There we go. Let's see if this does anything. I can fire up my sword as well. I was dealing 220. 235. That's a pretty decent increase. Oh, god damn you. Yeah, that's just a straight up insta-kill. At least with the HP I have. Holy shit. I think she's gonna be difficult. I just have to get good at dodging her attacks, because as you can see, I deal good damage. That's not the issue. It's just you really have to be on point with your dodges. Okay, so let's test out my theory. Because that's, again, that's the only place I haven't seen other people explore. And I think we need to go here. This is where Grey Rat's cell was, I think. I'll put my shield back in a bit. But yeah, I just don't want to waste an entire episode trying this boss. Yeah, I have a feeling she's gonna be quite the challenge. But that's fine. It's taking a weirdly long time to load. That looks awesome. I love the sky. I want to have a look at... oh shit. I knew something was happening. It's a dark sign, isn't it? That is just like straight up a dark sign. It's not even something that's blocking the sun. Very interesting. Not really sure what that means lore-wise, but I'm sure it means something which people who are more involved with the lore are probably gonna figure out. But damn, it kind of looks awesome, because it's not even just like, again, it's not something that blocks the sun. Just straight up a dark sign. Which is weird, because Erythiel was with the moonlight. And yeah, I don't know. Pretty much have no idea. This is the one. Now let's find out if this is actually a door or whether it's just like decoration, because I'm not exactly sure at this point. It should be lift chamber. This is the one, isn't it? Yeah, this is the only other place I could think of where I haven't been. Like they said, it's gonna take us down to... Oh wow, this is a lot of dead knights. Let's make sure they're all dead. And it's a dark wraith. I assume he's gonna be a tougher dark wraith than the rest. No, he's not. Well, you could come here pretty early, now that I think about it. Yeah, you could... Yeah, this is definitely designed for earlier players because... I just wrecked this guy. Red Eye Orb, nice. This is the one thing that was sorely missing from Dark Souls 2. The fact that they never gave you an actual Red Eye Orb. Which I guess, you know, they did that because they wanted you to use the arena. But, you know, you didn't always want to fight in the arena. And having like limited Red Eye Orbs kind of severely restricted that. But that's cool. Finally got something useful. I'll read the description once I get back to my bonfire, but it looks like there isn't any way of escaping our task ahead. This is the boss we have to defeat. Defeat the host of embers of the world you have invaded to gain the strength of fire. Red Eye Orb is rooted in a tiny land swallowed by darkness long ago. I assume New Londo. Some choose to put the orb to other uses. To embark on this path, enter the service of Rosaria in the Cathedral of the Deep, which I already am part of. Yeah, it's kind of assumed that, I guess the Rosaria's fingers are the quote-unquote spiritual successors of the Dark Wraiths. At least that's the covenant that's kind of like focused on straight up killing your enemies. It's the Mound Maker's one that's really interesting to me, because that one just seems fucking insane. Which is good. It's good to have like an insane covenant. But that one seems really cool to me. And I never managed to find where the entrance is, quote unquote, to the Mound Makers. I don't know how many covenants there are, but I got a decent number. They have like 4. Why aren't these load times? Huh, they just seem long now. I don't know why. There's that dark sign. Don't want to use it accidentally, even though it wouldn't do anything. With my meager 2,000 souls. How many covenants do I have? 2, 3, 4, 5. Huh. Interesting. I don't know how many, again, don't know how many there are in the game. But I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this episode here. I know this was a shorter one, but honestly, I'm pretty stuck on this boss right now. And I need to learn her attack patterns. There we were. That's Anor Londo, I think, from what you can see of it. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Dark Souls 3. Thanks for watching, and I'll see all of you next time. Goodbye.